You can't just sit back and complain and whine and say the world is f***ed and everything's f***ed and I don't care. And, It's to say, no, it's your responsibility to see the news not as this external force that's oppressive, but as something that's empowering you, giving you the tools to be a more useful human.
They are artists, innovators, and media pioneers, famous names that are challenging the status quo. This is Acting Disruptive. So we're here in Venice, California at RYOT World Headquarters. Let's go say hi. I guess in your own words, what is RYOT?
RYOT is a chance for people to read the news and then participate in it, to approach news actively as opposed to passively. It doesn't try to sugarcoat things that have happened in the world. I think it's still strong journalism, but we create ways that you can immediately participate in some way to help the situation. I think it's really allowing people to understand their responsibility as citizens, which is very important to me.
So journalism is obviously something that you're incredibly passionate about, and I understand that both of your parents were journalists.
Yeah, still are. What you learn is that it is incredibly difficult to get a story across. The frustration that it may not be heard or that it may not cause the revolution that you hope can wear on your soul. And I've seen that. And I respect my family for constantly devoting themselves to the truth and believing that speaking truth to power is our responsibility. But I embrace this new model, this way of taking the work that they've done so tirelessly their whole careers and allowing people to participate in it. It's fantastic.
And you yourself definitely walk the walk. You guys were recently in Senegal doing amazing stuff. Can you tell me about that?
Oh my God, that was amazing. It was such a dream come true. It's incredible how small the world is. You know, we assume that people in Senegal, out in the desert have no connection to us. And that separation that we create absolves us of a lot of responsibility. And even when you'd come back with stories, video, photographs of people who desperately needed our help, people sort of say like, I don't know. I donated to UNICEF and to Red Cross and I don't know where it went and I don't know what I'm doing. So to empower people by saying, well, what are you interested in? Why don't you become engaged in that? So I think RYOT is really doing a great service to people in a selfish way as well as a helpful way.
And RYOT is one of the few news organizations that was really born of this sort of new era.
Yes, exactly. I think you see a lot of people of our generation finding sort of interesting ways of approaching the world of philanthropy. The word philanthropy doesn't even seem to apply anymore. I think of it as activism. So it makes sense that RYOT is young people approaching the news in their own way. It's a perfect response to the kind of hopelessness that particularly young people were feeling when it came to the news and thinking it's too depressing. I don't want to read about it because there's nothing I can do. So what am I doing other than depressing myself? And this is a perfect way to empower those readers and to say you can immediately engage. You know, I think technology has changed the way we approach entertainment in all ways. It's become much more interactive. And it was only a matter of time before the news did the same.
I love the anarchic, sort of like, I don't know, freedom of, I mean, it's such a cliche to say this, but that anarchic freedom of the internet. And it just seems depressing when like old media